It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll be watching the Falcons field stretching tight end. He's going to be a busy man in the passing game. It's the Falcons and the Colts, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Well, a very happy new year to all of you watching this one. Joined by Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, saying hello for the first time. New year, Brock, but also as we end another regular season, this our penultimate contest before the old NFL calendar flips a page. Season as we get underway in Week 17. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He completes it in traffic. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that, all that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game, you got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home from that snap.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is. But after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. Decent yardage picked up here before he slides down to avoid the tackle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he got a little too much leg into that one. That's a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity, no doubt. This ball's coming out to the 20. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. Leading this offense out, already one of their faces in just his first season. It's their rookie out of Georgia.
And if he could only flip that 3-to-1 ratio, have it be 3 touchdowns to 1 pick instead of the other way around, I think we'd have seen that loss flip to a win as well. Cleats lead this week. We'll see what he's done to address the showing from his last time out.
Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run another option here, this time to the left. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Now looking to throw. Hits his running back. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And there was nobody down there to get it. Punt hit at the 7, but continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts with their offense out, their second drive coming up. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds his man Downs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 41. Herbert from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it up. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
The Falcons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting second right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. They're throwing it. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. And on third down, the Colts going with the nickel here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And they'll try to build on that big stop.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They're out and set, first and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. Second and 6 coming up here. They go play action. Here's Herbert. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Herbert. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Back to throw, here's Herbert. He's on the move. And this one doesn't go far. Falcons go nickel to defend this third down play. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
He's on the move. Took off with it again. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the 34. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down.
You call that first down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll take this only to about the 11 before going down. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go. To the air this time. Herbert. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise.
Sends it through. And that one's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And this is a good representation right here of what the playoffs will look like come the postseason in 2 weeks. Still a few things to finalize, though, which makes this week and those divisional games next week incredibly important. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Quick slant taken in by Waddle. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. He'll throw it. Never on the sideline by Higgins. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Falcons will have a first. New set of downs for him from the 46. On first down, they'll run. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. They'll get 18 yards there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just a field goal separates these two. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Has it down close. That play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He manages a couple, and they are right on the verge of it. 3rd and goal from the 1. Trying to get it with the option here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. No gain, maybe just a couple of inches on the run. That brings up 4th and goal.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
Oh, they'll try and run it in. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown. The Falcons take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, they took a gamble, and it paid off with a touchdown on 4th and goal.
And to do it on the ground at that, that's a confidence builder. Confidence builder for the big guys up front. Confidence builder for the running back to win at the line of scrimmage. And frankly, Kate, a confidence builder for this fan base that loves coaches being aggressive and going for it on 4th down.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. Kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. His return starts at the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Back now, pressure on its way. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Putting the tight end in motion. Herbert on 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Taylor. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Herbert now, blitz coming. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Throwing now, Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
The throw is caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Just about every draw play in the book is headed right up the gut, but that doesn't mean you can ignore those DNs and the pressure they create on the edges. You got to hold them off, and if you don't, well, bad things happen just like that.
3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. Taylor makes the catch. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Groupie sends it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 22-yard line.
Setting up a throw. Cut out left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll throw on 1st. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Dropping back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Falcons will have a first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
On target to his man Higgins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They go play action on 1st. He sends this one to the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Colts will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Finds Woods. And he'll get it up to the 27. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. From the 27. Short pass brought in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. 1st and 10, Herbert. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Herbert to throw once more. Gets this to Woods. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. It's Herbert once more. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Timeout Indianapolis. That's its second. They send the tight end in motion. Another try following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another look for him, Brock. And hey, why not with the way he's playing so far? But this time, just couldn't hang on.
I think you'll see coordinators at times, Kate, get away from something that's working. I like that they go back to him. Make them defend him and stop him. They did that time. My hunch is they'll look for that receiver again today.
For the third time today, we see them setting up for a field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Groupie sends it through. And they've taken back the lead.
Give him the first half trifecta. He's 3 for 3 on field goals. And as much as they'd like 6 points to end drives, not 3, they can at least be happy they're getting consistent looks inside field goal range, and he's delivering.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Falcons ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He's been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Before we can get a snap on second down, they call timeout. From the 32. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he's going to go. It's a pick six. Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at Ask Peyton, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
On is Katie York for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts push the lead to 2 scores now. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Looking to throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the defending champs, the Eagles.
Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly today. We're skipping right through to the start of the third quarter. Now he's York to kick this one away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. To throw it on first down. Dumped off to his running back. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 31. On the move. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They'll throw it. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Colts get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory. They've got a short field after that pick. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Finds his man Downs. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Into traffic, complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert again. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts push their lead further to start the half. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Herbert throwing again. And he can't bring it in. They don't get the 2 points.
You know, no sense in piling on. Pretty clear for everybody to see. He knows he should have had that one. Just didn't watch it in the whole way. And it leaves 2 points on the table.
Now he's York to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And I don't think we can really call these highlights, partner. Shall we just call them replays as we re-examine his performance so far in this one? 3 interceptions mixed in among his work. It's really limited a lot of what he's been able to do out there. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for completion. That's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Colts are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. Taylor now up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to hold him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep it moving forward.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First and 10. Here's Herbert. He finds Ward. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway. And trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense, too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
Blown back, gets the handoff. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. It's Kenneth Murray on the tackle. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 6-yard line.
Pass play now. Completed over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Throw to the right, finds Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Oh, they're going to run the option. Oh, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. Well, they get the ball back with a little extra bonus on that return as well.
The Colts are ready to take the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Taylor trying the left side. And this is down across the 30 before it stopped. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. Herbert from the gun. Finds Woods. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First down from the red zone. Well, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be 2nd down. Back to the air, Herbert. Caught near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally, you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
Taylor. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner, stopped for just 1 yard. Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Another shot for Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Third and goal. Here's Herbert. Take it down. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
This is one of those many moments where I'm really thankful I'm in the booth and not on the field. Because in my day, defensive tackles couldn't run like that. This is not a statuesque QB. This guy can run. And it wasn't a linebacker or DB that chased him down. It was a big old D tackle. Tip of the cap to you, my big man.
A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
But when we start discussing who their most dependable scorer is in this game, I don't think it's one of these skill guys, not even the quarterback, who comes to my mind first. I'm going to bring up this kicker. He's now a perfect 4 for 4 on field goals and contributing big time to this lead.
And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The home team send this running back headed back out for a new series. And the turnovers have not helped as they find this game out of reach at the moment here in the third. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Connects on the crosser. Gets it to the 15. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons shrinking the lead some in the third. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big...
Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons make an 11-point ball game. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They go again with Taylor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9. Back now, pressure on its way. On target to Downs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Begins his return at the 16. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. Here's a give up the middle. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, on target to Waddle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. And he's stopped, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. New set of downs for him from the 46. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They'll try and throw it here. Hauled in left side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets up the 1st. Here's a handoff up the gut. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
It's the pick up of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 28. Finds him over the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Falcons now within 1 score in the 4th. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in, Miss Kate.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down.
And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there. Get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. They send a tight end in motion. On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Catch made by Mitchell. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. With 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And an opening doesn't materialize. He's cut near the line of scrimmage. 3rd and just 2 to go. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Oh, he nearly coffin cornered that one. Just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He's dropping back to throw. He's got a man left. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Hits him on the out route. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mile gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. From the 41. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Back to throw it. He puts some air under this one, deep right. He's got it inside the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. From the red zone now. He's got it. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. So that brought an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
A chance to take their lead beyond a field goal on this point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Colts offense set to head out. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Motioning the tight end left. Retained through that hit. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. He's back to throw. He's got it to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure of the drive's right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
Short pass brought in. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Colts needing 4 points. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Herbert throwing again. Flush down out to his left. He's running with it. He wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts. Setting up to pass. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. So that brings up 2nd down. Man in motion here. Back to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now the throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. That's cut beyond the marker. And he will score and give him the lead in the final minute. So what a finish finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Pretty important PAT here, Brock, to make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. On now is York to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The offense being led back out by its quarterback as they get geared up for their next possession. And you know this firsthand, partner. You get above that 300 mark, you and your offense are going to have plenty of highlights to choose from by this point in the game. We're getting a look at some of them now. You just got to marvel at how well he's played the quarterback position here. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
2nd and 10 now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. To throw. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. Desperation time here on 4th. And to force it on 4th, and it's intercepted. Trayvon Diggs has got it. And the Colts make the play that should win them this game. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance, and an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming, and it's one thing to know it, it's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. Back into that favorite formation they go, Brock, forcing those guys to burn a timeout. The Colts in a victory formation as they kneel it down. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He'll go to a knee to close this one out, Brock. It's only fitting that he's holding the ball in the end after the absolutely tremendous game that he had.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Colts are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.
Pick it up. You're embarrassed.